If you're on the move a lot, you'll be used to long periods of time without the internet. Whether it's another long-haul flight or overnight bus ride, or just too much time spent on the subway where radio waves fear to tread, having no Wi-Fi or cell service is common even in this day and age. Thankfully, not having a signal doesn't mean you can't play some of the best mobile games that there are out there. Here are 13 offline games that don't require Wi-Fi at all. Starting off at number 13, we have Hellrider 3. Hellrider 3 is a 3D driving game that, unlike its previous installments in the saga, strays away from the traditional arcade to offer a narrative experience that is as surprising as it is fun. At the beginning of the adventure, you can choose between two different characters, and you'll ride along with your character to experience a story full of motorcycles, demons, and cataclysms. The story of Hellrider 3 is set in the present day, and it all begins when your character arrives at a gas station. After your pit stop, get ready because some demonic bikers will steal your bike and you have to recover it with the help of the gas station's owner. Next up at number 12, we have No Guns. This is an action game for mobile devices in which you have to hit many enemies. Moving through the locations presented in the form of islands hanging in the sky, at your disposal will be jetpacks and grenades, which will be a significant advantage against numerous enemies. You are waiting for epic battles against various enemies and even zombies. Use shelters, throw grenades, and blow up enemies. But be careful, nimble, and fast. Skillfully avoid enemy grenades and take off as high as possible to gain an advantage over the enemy. Using coverings and throwing grenades, you can blow up enemies and avoid enemy grenades. Now at number 11 is WhiteFlame. So WhiteFlame is this adventure game for mobile where you search for answers to the world's riddles. In this game, you'll control a young adventurer who explores a huge world and fights with enemies and powerful bosses. You fight enemies and find answers to all of the riddles and mysteries. Upgrade your power, make equipment, and don't let your enemies defeat you. Use magic powers and combat techniques and challenge all challenges. The game will please the players with excellent graphics, beautiful special effects, and numerous endings that will hang on you afterwards. Filling our number 10 slot is Walkmaster. Walkmaster is a game where you prove how well you can walk on 2 wooden stilts. There are several characters to play with, helping them overcome various obstacles and collect rewards on each level. One of the strengths of Walkmaster is its graphics, which are in 2D with a lovely design. All you have to do is learn how to use the controls to beat each level one after the next. The stilts are what makes this game so difficult. Basically, you have to slide your fingers horizontally to lift each stilt without falling over. Be careful and don't walk too fast, otherwise you won't land evenly on the stilts and you'll fall to the ground. Moving on to number 9, we have Machinal Instinct. Machinal Instinct is a challenging and entertaining 3D fighting game. This time, you and some really charming farm animals have to face intense battles on top of improvised robots that are as clumsy as they are deadly. The mechanics of Machinal Instinct are very simple. You have total freedom when controlling your protagonist around the setting. Simply drag your finger in the direction in which you want your character to move. When it comes to fighting, there are 2 types of blows. The strong one, which you can perform by repeatedly tapping on the top half of the screen, and the fast one, for which you have to tap on the bottom half. Breaking into number 8, we have Offroad PRO. If you like driving and car games, you'll definitely like Offroad PRO, a game specially designed to enjoy the experience of driving 4x4 vehicles and all its details. In addition, you can choose from several controls: steering wheel, steering arrows, and the accelerometer. We also get a horn and several camera views, as well as the option to control the suspension of our car. This title allows us to play alone while we travel through the open world, passing over rocks, mud, and complicated roads. But we can also play with up to 8 players to discover, compete, or collaborate on a wide map. Next up at number 7, we have Zombie City. Zombie City is a third-person shooter in which you play as a zombie apocalypse survivor. In this game, your mission is to help a little girl survive, but you can also help many other characters that you'll meet as you explore the city. The missions in Zombie City last about 2 minutes each. Normally there are 3 different objectives to do in that time, and you'll earn a star as you complete each one. and the objectives can vary greatly. You might have to beat the level in a limited amount of time, kill a certain number of zombies, or get a certain number of headshots. Overall, this is a decent third-person shooter with pretty good graphics and a wide variety of missions too. Moving on to number 6, we have Battle Command. This is an action RPG game where you'll fight against 17 AI-controlled players. In the arena, you'll have to collect red energy in order to level up fast and to gain random skills. The controls are very simple. On the left side of the screen, you'll have a virtual joystick, while on the right side, you'll have a button to throw your axe. You'll need to gauge your throws with care, since after attacking, you'll have to wait a few minutes before launching a new attack. As you continue to play, and particularly as you get good scores, you'll also be able to unlock new characters and weapons. Moving on to number 5, we have Urban Legends. So this is a horror survival game developed individually by Ashim Shakya, and it features a medieval-era Kathmandu Valley, where you're bound to encounter various urban legends through a glitch in the Matrix. You have to survive, remain undetected, and trigger certain objectives to wake up and continue your present normal life simulation. Torch all the ashes located in key locations to discover a portal that takes you back to your comforting reality. It takes me about 3 or more attempts to figure out what I'm actually doing, so it would be easy to play if there was like a short tutorial at first explaining the game. It's nice, but if they could add a minimap or something, that would help to navigate more easily in the game. Next up at number 4, we have Paragon. Paragon is a prototype of a 3D third-person shooter on mobile. In this game, you have to destroy endless invasions of various enemies attacking you. Kill monsters before they get to you, because some of them can self-destruct near you. For each enemy killed, you get a reward. With the money you earn, you can improve your weapons and your character, increasing their movement speed, health regeneration, and other indicators. The range of weapons is quite good, all is represented by modern firearms. Coming in at number 3, we have Pubsie. It's a game in which players, with the help of other players or NPCs, use their wits and resources to survive and defeat a giant zombie hordes. So the game is a third-person shooter with strategic elements to it, and this game was planned to have simple controls, which makes it more appealing to a broader audience, and it's simple to play, but keeps some depth due to its moment-to-moment decision-making that appeals to players interested in this genre. And the game offers simple controls, which makes it more appealing to a broader audience. But honestly, I feel like something's missing, but the developer could definitely improve it by adding a storyline or something more engaging and interesting. Next up at number 2, we have Dead Cells. This is an action platformer in which you'll plunge into exciting 2D battles with a huge selection of weapons and skills against ruthless bosses and their minions. Test yourself as a test subject of failed alchemical experiments and explore the ever-changing and expanding castle in search of clues to all the secrets of the sinister island. Study the behavior of your enemies to survive, or be ready to find yourself back in the dungeon faster than you can say "Bagel." Open with each death all new levels and choose your path depending on the current pumping of the character, your style of play, or just the mood. And finally, at number 1, we have the Pascals Wager. Pascals Wager is an action role-playing game with the style of dark fantasy. This game has top-notch picture quality and a feast for the senses that mobile platforms have never had before, and you can play multiple characters to experience the strong storyline and reveal various hidden areas of the map. Along the way, they'll fight unbelievable enemies, confront epic bosses, and embrace overwhelming death and truth. All the while, they'll be engrossed by a magnificent soundtrack performed by a world-class orchestra. So that's it, you guys. If you found this video interesting, then please leave it a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. Once again, I'm Sarah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!